All right. Hello there, everyone. How we doing? Can I get some music going? I'm pretty sure I can. Hey, we got a quiet start. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the game to load up because I'm a numpty and didn't start it until about 20 seconds before I hit the start stream button. And BlueStacks is just notoriously slow, so yay. But we're doing okay. I'm still on the layer track, so maybe we can do a tier 3 today, actually. That might be something to do. To celebrate St. Patrick, I think you should drink on stream, every stream this week. Are we on St. Patrick's Day this month? I haven't actually... I'm nearer to the island, and I don't even know that. It's Sunday. So I'm actually I've got a stream tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Saturday for a change because it's my mum's birthday tomorrow. So I won't be streaming tomorrow night. So I figure let's do it Saturday afternoon instead. So I'm not much of a day drinker if I'm being honest, but maybe we could do something. Okay. Right, this is the thing where when I've got my phone on, I'll get like little notifications pop up, and it's like, okay. I need to get a Twitch. Actually, saying that, I'm sure she's got a Twitch handle. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. I think in the past I've actually given her my original one, which was just like a very boring one. So I might have to just see if I can rename it. Pass it off. I don't know. She's on YouTube. She popped up the other day. But a little bit different. Yeah, we're going out for a meal. We've got... I'm just trying to get this right. My mum's sister-in-law, so kind of my aunt, and her husband. We're going out with them. So it's a quiet enough evening in a lot of ways, but it's still, it's going to be a couple of hours out. Actually, to be honest, we haven't seen them in quite a while. Like in 2022, I think it was. We were seeing them maybe every couple of weeks, every month or so. And then, for whatever reason, last year, that was it. They had some family issues. So, yeah, after that, they kind of dropped off a little bit. Besides that, they've got a bit more money than us, not judging just observation, so they're able to go on holiday a lot more than we are. Like, this past week, they came back from somewhere, and the sister-in-law said, it's a bit cold here, shall we just go away again? And they did. So, it must be good to have that kind of lifestyle. But, yeah, it's that kind of stuff that stopped us seeing him for a bit, so yeah, we can nip in. Well, we can nip and see him, as it were. Makes a change of pace. Alright, Crimson's showing signs of life. There we go. Oh, what is it today? Is it normal Smuggler's Run or the good one? Oh, Zeta Elite, no thank you. Right, we're ignoring the raids for now. Oh. So that's what that banner was about. No. I actually think some of these crons are worth chasing after. I mean, the one for Darth Sidious is really going to be big. Hey up, Chris, how you doing, man? I mean, Darth Sidious is going to become a solo monster, so for 4 months it's worth going for it. Holdo as well is a good one. It's quite surprising. You would think Rey would be the one that'd be really benefiting, but This is actually making me wonder if you put Holdo in a Finn Zori team. Like, if you did... Let me get this right. Finn, Zori, Ho, Holdo, and Rose. So take out Resistance Trooper. That could be quite interesting. I didn't really realise there was a reaction to it I'd made. Oh. You know, I'll be honest, right? That was such weird timing, though. Because I've just smelt eggs. And I'm like, hang on, is this 4D? I just remembered I'd made my mum a hard-boiled egg before I went up. Yeah, that made me a little bit paranoid then. She must have gone in and cracked it open. Alright, let's do this. That. Oh, but that reminds me, I will have to art off downstairs soon enough. We've got something in the oven and it's heavy, so my mum can't lift it. Well, if not, I'm going to have to be the strict carer type and actually give her a ticking off for trying to lift it, because I've said this before, I think, but if not, those of you who haven't heard it, you've heard it now. My mum's such a willing person in that she keeps trying to do things, even when she's not 100%. And when it comes to stuff like lifting things, she'll be like, oh, it's not that bad, you know, it isn't that heavy. And then when she's got it in her hand, she's like, oh, damn, it's heavy. So I kind of have to preempt her a little bit. Oh dear, what did I say? Or what did I do? Obsidious is really going to be big. Hey up, Chris, how you doing, man? Obsidious is really going to be big. Hey up, Chris. Oh, I'm curious if Obsidious is a fart. Actually, I'll tell you what, he has been one for a while. It was actually probably apt timing in that regard. I'm just going to say this, I've not smelt egg upstairs like this in a while. I can't remember if they've got the back door open as well. I don't think we're winning this one, by the... Oh, hang on, I tell a lie, we're on 99%. I thought we wouldn't win it, but we're due the next turn and we can ult. Cool. I didn't think we got all the assists. We've only got one battle to do here. I'm not going to switch fleets and all that lot, I'll just do a mirror. Okay, start that. I don't know why, I'm feeling like a zombie right now. I feel like I've been like that a little bit of late, but take last night. I've been playing the Skywalker Saga last night because I thought, I haven't finished this and I want to actually finish it. So even though I've only done the stories, I haven't done like the free play and all that lot. I've at least completed the stories. You know, and I'm like, okay, I've done that, I'll go bed kind of thing. And I wouldn't say I was like up late, I was like bed reasonably early, at least compared to times I usually go sleep, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm listless. I'd find it cool if I could win this mirror faster than they can take out that. Let's do that. Yeah, I know I keep saying that I've got to do it with D, to be honest. I mean, during the winter months, and in particular the last month or so, I have been taking her only at night. Just simply because she's been on heat. So, yeah. It was a little bit awkward. We went to the vets about 2 weeks ago. She got out of the car, and immediately there's this dog looking at her. And you're thinking, oh. And my mum's got older Dottie. Well, I say she's got older. She has got older. It's just she's not used to holding her with a lead. She hasn't done it for a while. So I'm looking and thinking, you're alright with her there. And anyway, this fella comes over to us and says, is your dog on here? And we're like, I don't know. We know she is, but we're thinking we don't get accused of something, like nothing's happened, but you don't want to get sort of frowned at. And yeah, this dog was eyeing her up like, and you're thinking, oh god, just keep away, dude, keep away. It's the one thing they don't tell you really when you become a dog owner, that you've got to become the sex preventer. It's like being the other side of being a parent, I guess. Keeping a chastity belt on them. Yeah, not something I particularly enjoy, because I know for a fact if we found a boy bichon, I would certainly be telling her to get in there. It's just when it's all these breeds that wouldn't be good mixed breeds, you're like, no. Alright, looks like I've got a nip downstairs, so I can full auto it, and I'll be right back. Just get this out the oven.
$1,996.
Alright, we're back. Okay. We got list of Star Wars fact from a specific year. Okie doke. Let's have a look. I do love it how I just tuned in and got this. All page of lightsabers. one more. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. Try and find a date. Yeah, this isn't bad. March 19th. It's a little bit away, but it's not far off. March 19th, Barack Obama, running unopposed on the ballot, wins the Democratic nomination for state senator from Illinois' 13th district. I've got no clue what that's got to do with Star Wars, but it's in here. Above it, it says, issue 65 of Cinefax is a 20th anniversary salute to ILM. It features a year-by-year filmography and overview of the company's effects work, as well as extensive interviews with both Lucas and Dennis Moran. I get the feeling they were a bit dry for things to put in this year. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like that could have been give me a fact from 1996 rather than a Star Wars fact, but hey ho. Alright, let's go here for Civvy Joe. By the by, I've got to go down again. Like I said, taking something out of the oven, it wasn't cooked. Can I just get my thing on? There we go. Yeah, we've got a beef joint on the go, and a bit awkward actually. We're cleaning out the freezer on Tuesday. It was essentially, I was pulling things out, Mum was looking and going, oh, is it good, is it not good? And in the process of doing it, I didn't notice that one of the things we took out, a joint, hadn't been put back in. So just by chance I went into the shed last night to just see what was in there again, and I saw there was a joint just hanging around. So I thought, it's not like it's gone off or anything, all it's done is defrosted. But equally, it was out for a day, so I didn't want to refreeze it. So yeah, we're having a Sunday dinner on a Thursday. That's not a thing in America, is it, Sunday dinners? Like, you don't actually make a big deal of your roast dinners, do you? Like, gravy's kind of not a big thing over there, I think, either. Unless you're having it with KFC. Although I might be making that bit up. Hello, Ken Dog. How you doing? Just trying to work out if Americans have gravy or not. I can't remember for sure. I don't think I really associate with America and gravy as KFC, but that's just purely because KFC's here and gravy's on it. Well, we can have gravy on it. Whenever I see the advert for that, I want to cringe. I'm like, ooh. It doesn't look the most appetizing of burger. I think it's a burger they advertise. Yeah, I'll be honest, right? Whenever I see talk of like deep fried Mars bars, I can't say I ever want one, but I know if I was up in that neck of the wood, I would like it. Just to give it a go. It's a bit, the one I keep hearing about as well, deep fried pizza. That one, again, it's a bit. You know, when you say it, it's like, what? But again, if I was up there, I'd probably like to go with that. Not particularly. I'm not a big fan of KFC gravy. I'm not really a fan of their sides, to be honest. Whenever I go there, I have one, but I don't really have it. It's like, eh. It's like the baked beans. There's not really anything to them. You can't dip them. You can't. I say you can't eat them. Obviously, you can eat them, but they aren't really that great, are they? You know, it's not like the. I don't know. They don't ever taste nice when I have them there. I've ulted Amto, yeah, so I can actually full auto here. It ain't the best. All right, I'll take the info there. Yeah, I like my pizza myself. I mean, that's what I went in the freezer for last night. I was looking to see if we'd got anything Italian, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like, I guess in my head I was after lasagna. But I don't know where the hell that went. I know I saw one on Tuesday, but I don't know where it ended up. But, yeah, it was just one of these ready-made ones, but I was like, oh, what am I having? It's that old chestnut of when you don't know what to eat. You're kind of stuck rummaging in cupboards and try and find things. You got baked beans aside once. Don't like beans. So an absolute bar stool and took the lid off and flip the tubs upside down quickly onto the table so no beans would run out. Until... That reminds me of like that thing where they say, can you get all the things out of the glass without emptying the glass? Well, I bet it was a surprise for them. You know, they just thought, oh, I'm cleaning up rubbish, and suddenly it's like, yeah, there's a lot more rubbish there. I wouldn't mind, right? I've been on the other side of that as well. Not necessarily, as you call it, a bean explosion, but I used to do tables when I was working at Tesco. So that was something that I'm glad I never had to do. People have... That was the bit of the job I always found morbidly fascinating, as far as the concoctions people used to come up with when they were eating. You know, like they put things together, and I'm like, how the hell have you had that together? Because you know, you put them all through to be washed and all that, and you chuck your stuff in the bin, and you're like, you thought like egg, and I can't remember example. Egg was usually the one that always got me, and you look at it and go, ugh. I think it was sometimes like with not brown sauce common enough, but you get my point. There were some weird combos, and you're like, how the hell have you had that? Hang on, it's probably like egg and mash and stuff like that, you know. I'm laughing because I know there are people who have them. It's just, me personally, I'm like, I think egg is just that weird one with me. I'll have it, you know, I'll have fried egg, but like when I'm having it on like a meal, I'll usually put the egg separate from anything else that's got a juice. That way I can like dip into it if I want like a bit of egg juice, and then it's not like running over into like beans or anything. Obviously if I'm having like egg and chips, that's completely different, but you know, just I don't know, I don't like things getting mixed up like that. That's the only thing I can say I tried to do when I was working there. When I was doing like plating up meals and all that, I did try and actually put things separate so that people could at least, if they didn't like it all splopped on the plate, it did look nice. One more and we can get the ult. Yeah, I mean, I will count myself in that, as far as I know that everyone has like different tastes. It's like I was saying about when I was working. I know it was judgment from me, but it's like I think it's one of them things where I can't wrap my head around certain things. Okay, let's do that, and hopefully we can just nuke Kitty Cat soon. Yeah, I'll put it like this, right? I think there are things that people do that are just bottom line weird. This was like when I was really young. I think I was like under 10 or something. But I remember I was out for a meal at one of these like you know, like the places where you go, like there's like the kids area with like the slides and all that lot. I remember I was at one of them, and I was with my mum's friend's kid, and we'd just come back from that like the play area, if you like, and we were just going to eat, and I saw this fella, and he got like this big massive plate of food, and then he got a wife and 2 kids with him at the table, and they got barely anything on their plates. Like, you know, you literally thought, you know, they were eating scraps. And you got him with all this big massive pallet of food in front of him, and you're thinking, bloody hell, have you basically taken all their portions and said, right, I eat it all and you just get to watch? And it was bleeding disgusting seeing what he was doing. I used to like eating instant mashed potato, mixing tomato sauce in it. I can't say I've ever been a Smash fan myself. I think if anything, it's just the idea of it that kind of put me off. But again, I think that might just be a bit of snootiness. Yep. No worries, Cat Dog. At least I'll remind you. Let me have a drink of my drink. I'm trying to think what that place was called back in the day. Ashbank Hotel, doy. I forgot since it's been renamed to Stonehouse. Feels like everywhere changes names eventually. Charlie Chucks is the other one I remember, yeah. That's up Hanley, isn't it? Anthony? Alright, we're over at 1k. I'm leaving that raid reminder just to keep nagging myself to do it later. I've got to do it later because, like I say, I haven't got the time tomorrow, but yeah, I have to get in. These green pluses are hurting me. Like, each one of them is like a little dig at my soul. Like, upgrade me, upgrade me, upgrade me, upgrade me, upgrade me. Alright, Taran, let's farm some more on you. Ooh, we'll use that. Oh, hang on, and we'll use that. Thankfully, we can now use Get 3. I know I could do with adding Bane to my list. Bear with me a sec. Here he is. I'll favourite him. Just as a reminder to put some effort in. I mean, when you think about it, right? I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 units favorited. It's a lot. I mean, arguably BT's an easy one in the sense it's easy in the sense it's just one level he's there for. Once he's done, he can go back down. Seer, Cal, Fulcrum, and Taran are a foursome. You know, once they're all done, they can go away together. Chiruto, I only really want to get to Relic 3. Same with Baze. Honestly, it's just that I've got a Relic. I like the idea of having options with my Rebels, and the Chirrut Kron was originally an idea behind it, but now that I didn't get Chirrut Kron, I'm like, okay, let's just get them up to Relics that, you know, they've got some viability if I need them. Especially with Chirrut there, you know, I think, let's not leave them at Relic 1. I've managed to get Pow on the list as well, and Rebel Fighters. Even though it tapped into a few of my materials I'm trying to hoard for layer, I did take HRS from Relic 1 to Relic 3 the other day, so at least I can use that on the Mon Mothma team. So, you know, small positives. But yeah, Zori obviously I need to get built up so she can work more effectively in the Finn team. I want to try and get my imps up so that Aiden's not looking like the odd one out at Relic 8. Then really it's just working on my Mandos as well. We've got Armourer, Bow. IG's obviously a wreck as well with Paz. There's so many little things I'm trying to work on. Not actively, I must add. I mean, when you think I've got Carl here and he's coming back in, what, 6 days? So, yeah, it's not like I'm imminently going to farm anything on these, but it's like they're all projects for the short and long term. I did actually create a list for it, as far as trying to organise it all. I feel like I do need to farm a tank as well for this team. Well, not necessarily for this team. You say about Bays could actually go in place of Old Ben if I wanted. But I don't know if I'm going to try and put Old Ben in here with Kanan, because we can use L3 instead of Kanan with Phoenix. One day soon, Cal will be worked on. I feel like if I'm doing this in a priority order, I feel like DTMG can drop below Sea Malicos now as a farming priority. It's not like DTMG is bad or anything, it's more, yeah, Sea Malicos is better in the short term. Get the Iden Troopers up as well, so that's a team. Get the Bo-Katan group sorted. Make sure I've got some gear on my troopers. Slacker Sisters. And then really just try and tidy up that team a little bit, which isn't really much of anything, but it's kind of there. Just a little sign of multitasking there, Chris. Alright, let's go for Kronos. How long have we got? 23 minutes? Yeah, let me put her on screen just while we're waiting as well. I mean, I don't know if anyone has seen Queen Amidala's kit. Well, I'm assuming people have, but I don't know who has, who hasn't. I think she's going to be surprisingly good. You know, and that there's been a few obvious counters that have been mentioned already, but I think once we see Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's kits, I think it will elevate even further. Because right now we're just basing it on what she's essentially looking like she can do on her own. So adding some extra characters to work with her, who knows? Been trying to have a close look at the model as well, because it is a little bit tricky. See now well they did with the face this time compared to Padme. Does look better, but I don't know if I'm just imagining it. That's why the hologram effect's kind of blurring it. Right, that's an extra 10%. Don't worry, Chris, I feel like I'm always giving a demonstration for that, just for the folks who are wondering. Okay, we didn't die. I don't think we got enough there to ult, though. No. Okay. Forfeit. That's why I don't like this counter. I don't know at what level it's worth trying Scythe again. Gear 10 Scythe is just so low. Because really you need the Scythe to take a turn to cleanse the buffs. So if it can't survive that long, it's screwing everything up a little. Another little thing, again I'm just thinking of things off the top of my head here. Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan. We know what the 3v3 team will be. Wonder what the 5v5 will end up being. Because you don't take anything too strong away from JMK. Or do you? Like could he cope without saying Ahsoka? Is Padme suited to it? I imagine Padme will be suited, but I honestly don't know. It is where I'm genuinely curious. I'm like, I know they've given us the first piece of the puzzle. I think the next two are the important bits, because we don't even know yet what Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan will be. You know, tank, support, attacker, healer. I kind of like the idea of Qui-Gon being a tank, but the thing is we've already got the tank in the decoy, so will they actually put another tank into the group? It doesn't really make much sense. I'm sure it's been said, though, it would make sense if Qui-Gon had a sacrifice mechanic, similar to Fives. Qui-Gon dies and Obi-Wan gets more power. I mean, maybe if it was Lego. You know, if we were doing like Lego Star Wars, you could do that and just have the two halves of Qui-Gon on the board still. That reminds me, Emmett. What kyber are you in? I don't know if I've seen someone with a similar name to you, or if we're in the same bracket. Well, we could be in the same bracket then. Ah, okay, probably not then. Let me just bring it up just to show you what I was thinking. Here we go. Yeah, I saw Emit, so I thought, is it you, but you've got like a double M in there for some reason this time? Or in a double T. So, yeah, it was in my head at least. Sorry, I just saw that guild name. No younglings allowed. That's it's interesting. Okay, back out of here, I guess, because we've done dailies. Okay, anything else? Anything I can do just while waiting for this cooldown to finish? It's 3 minutes. And it looks like we still haven't got what we need here. Can we get it? Right, that's one at least. Three out of 50, 1 out of 50. Lovely. It's so frustrating having to farm car attack like this. I mean, to call it a snail's pace would be really being polite to snails. Sorry, really insulting to snails. Alright, well, I don't like just standing around doing nothing, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to see about Leia. What is it we need here? We got tier 2 done the other day, by the way. I did it off stream, but I managed to get it done, so we're all done with that nonsense. So, tier 3. We'd have R2 3-pack, Rolo, and Lando. $60 tickets though, so we're a bit off still. That's disappointing. There is one thing, I guess. You know, 50 shards times 2 here, so we get up to 220 doing this. And then it's another 110, so that gets us the unlock. And from there it's just getting the ult mats. Well, across both of these tiers. So it's not too bad, is it? I know in the past they've had the packs essentially for where you can get Galactic Legend tickets. For whatever reason though, they haven't dropped for me. Maybe it's like a one-time thing. Your GAC opponent dropped 4 battles on your Sea Malicos team and finally beat it on the 5th. The only relic character you have in the team is a relic 5 Malicos. Hey, nice one. I mean, I think that's the thing with Sea Malicos. As tempting as it is to actually... I'll take Malicos out of the equation for a minute. I think the thing with Seer is it's tempting to underestimate it as far as, oh, it's low gear, but there's a lot of survivability in that team. I mean, I've been trying to use it a little bit when I do territory war attacks. Not necessarily for anything big, but just for these... How do I put it? These really weird teams that maybe I'm trying to clean up, or maybe I'm trying to just use something really useless for what I've got, if you like. And yeah, it can do some things. I mean, I've lost a few as well, obviously, just trying this, but essentially, if you can just survive long enough, Seer at gear 12 has got a fair amount of damage on that lightsaber attack. So, yeah, she's pretty cool. That's why I can't wait to take them up to Rallic. Be down in a minute. Alright. Let's give this one more go. And then I've got to go check the meat. This is what happens when you try and juggle streaming with cooking. Okay. Have another sip of this while we're waiting. And was that... I mean, I know it probably is, but was it Crew you talking about there, by the way? Or was it OG Carlo? You know, Chris, as soon as I said that, I thought, I'm going to get pulled up on that, aren't I? I'll be honest, I thought you might have meant Crew, but OG's probably still got some use with the Ufu tag. AoE. Yeah, I think OG's probably got that little bit of annoying factor as much as anything. Now, I would argue the tank is still better, but if you're talking about the fact that OG's going to provide a bit of turn meter, and he's got quite a bit of survivability in him as far as health recovery on the special, I think, and obviously the stun. You know, there's a few things in there that can catch people out if they're not ready.
JJ is starting an Only Hands where he checks his chewy meat. Stay tuned for hot pork action.
Oh, where was it the other day I heard about OnlyFans? Someone was saying that the other day. I want ideas for something and no... Oh, never mind, it was a football Twitter account to follow. I ruined my own joke there by trying to set it up and not knowing what the punchline was at the beginning. Hey, up first, so we got a new Teeny, even though the Teeny isn't playing for some reason. I'll have to work out what's going on there. There we go. Have I got this open? Yeah, let me just check. There should be a thing somewhere here saying manage extensions. Sound alerts, there we go. You won your GAC by 2 banners, nice one. am I wrong in thinking you're in Kyber 1 star set? If so, congrats. That's a big one. I'll beat Chris to the punch, that's what she said.
It's a trap!
Okay, so the sound alerts should be going off. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't go off. Right, well, with that mystery ongoing, I'm just going to check the joint downstairs. There we go, thank you very much, Starset. At least it's working now. Maybe it was just, I don't know, a lag of some sort? Alright, BRB. Here we go. Alright, back for good this time. We've got a dinner sorted. Well, fingers crossed anyway. I've just checked it, seemed good. But I've also put it back in the oven with the oven off, so hopefully by doing that it doesn't all shrivel up. I'm going to say, I'll leave that one for Chris. Okay, so we're looking good there as far as one battle. Let's get this on full auto. Go on, we'll do that. Okay, so a heads up just in case anyone's looking forward to GAs. We are going to do both. But I'm not entirely optimistic about Temmen's. From what I've seen, my opponent on Temmen goes heavy defense, so while that does mean they've also got to clear me if they want to win, it also means it's probably going to be a very, very low action match. As far as Crimson, I've not really seen too much that says anything in particular, but again, we'll have a look at when the board, when we go into the board. Hey up, Drafts, how you doing? Oh, I'd say just settling in now for the round. Yeah. Don't worry, I get so. I've actually said this before, right, with Mum. I don't know what the correct question to ask is when you do want to say, are you alright, are you okay? Because in a general sense, that's what I'd say to someone just in a, you know, you're alright, you're okay. But when someone's actually got a lot of pain or they've got problems, I know it can come across as an odd question because it's like, of course I'm not okay, I'm not alright. But both parties usually understand that, but it still feels weird to ask. It's where I've actually been on Reddit before and said this, what would people say? And there isn't actually an answer for it because it is just a case of, I think both parties need to understand it's not a literal thing of you are okay. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think in a sense that's the big bottom line. If it's less than the day before, then it's good, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably another way of phrasing it. I think I've used how things going sometimes, but I think that's something I tend to go with on texts. Just because I feel like that's something that is easier to write than to just come out with. How you holding up is probably one I could try and get into a habit of saying. It's definitely something I need to improve on. I feel like I feel like I spend half my life. I feel like I spend 3/4 of my life saying to my mum, "You alright? You okay?" And you know, I've joked sometimes I gotta get a daily quota in to make sure I ask her enough times each day. And how you're holding up at least would be a different version of it. No, to be honest, Drafts, we were a little bit confused, but from what to your intentions anyway, because you did like that post, didn't you, saying you wanted to go to the other guild, but Scott reached out to me saying you'd reached out to him, saying you were happy to stay where we were. So as far as we're concerned, you're staying with us, but if you did want to move, that would be the option. But again, as far as I know, you know, yeah, as far as I know, you're okay where you are. Yeah, I figured that. I was just like, I'm not going... I've said previously, I don't want to force anyone into staying somewhere where they don't want to be, but by all accounts you do, it's just maybe a bit of confusion happened. Oh, crap, I can't actually get much higher. Alright, we're going to hit Darth Cross then. I shouldn't have done that, I should have done that. Oh well. Right, we're not going to get payout, but we'll just knock this guy back because he's a bit of a prick. By the way, we had someone join the fleet chat here. Someone called Mini Jig. So, on the off chance you see that I'm streaming Mini Jig, sorry if I've ever called you names on stream because you've annoyed me while you're climbing. That always seems to happen when people join the shard. But also just a sense of, you've been very polite. If I have said something in the past, which I don't think I did, but on the off chance I did, I apologise, because you seem a very friendly person. It's that thing, you get frustrated and you climb, and if you don't know someone, you can't really talk to them about it, so you just say what you feel. Yeah, Drafts, don't worry. That's what we were both assuming at the time, but had we... Because the move is going to happen, I think... Or I say the move. We're going to start... What's the phrase? We're going to start implementing the stricter rules in our guild at the start of territory battles, so that's, what, 3 or 4 days' time? So once that happens, anyone who doesn't follow them, they'll be told you can either start... Well, they're given a warning to follow them, or they shift down. That's my understanding. So, yeah, as far as I know, that's the gist. I've been trying to keep up with the chats, but Scott and the other guy, Link, who's in the other guild, they've been leading the talks, and I've just been trying to keep up. Again, I'll be honest, the last 24 hours or so I've been procrastinating a lot. I've been playing at Skywalker Saga, and I feel like I've needed a good procrastination. So I'm not remorseful over it, it's just I know I'm also lacking information on certain things. Two teams at the back, on the back lower side, one team in the middle, and then your ship. Yeah, essentially that's what we're always looking for. Just for, again, I'm not being disrespectful saying a smaller player, but a smaller player like yourself, just putting something down so you're getting your rewards. And then as your roster grows, you'll be able to keep placing things down and attack. You know, it's out of the balance, it'll start striking. The bottom line with all this, I mean, I'm just saying this for everyone else because it's on Discord for yourself drafts, but the bottom line of the changes is that we want to try and make JM, the Crimson's Guild, more competitive. Not necessarily competitive in the sense of a competitive guild, but we've been floundering for a long time, and if you've been listening to him for a bit on stream, you'll have heard my frustrations. I mean, to a degree I accept some of them because it's how the guild is. You know, the function of it at times is to build up other guilds in the family, but equally we've just had too much lackadaisy nature about us all, and I include myself in that. I've been too casual with booting people or keeping track of things. I've been trying to do as much as I can, but it's also something I find difficult to do on a regular basis. So fingers crossed we can all up our game collectively. Yeah, I mean, for me, the big one would be the raid, as far as, well, I say the big one of the big ones. We've also got a raid going on now, but I would like to see what the gap is between the raids on my two accounts, because they both launch at the same time. Let me check here, man. Speeder Bike Pursuit. Okay, so that probably isn't accurate. That's just showing scores, which we don't really need. Let's go delete and raids, not status. Raid history, damage, show zeros true, update true, alt 1. Put it like this. Hang on, let me just check this before we go. Okay. AD's had problems real life, so that's what's going on there. I don't know what's happening with Roberto. They've been AFK for a little bit, and they have been around a while. In fact, they might even have been on my streams a lot, but if I'm remembering who they are. It might, yeah, I'm pretty sure they've been on my stream, so I don't know if something's just happened there and they haven't been able to log in. So yeah, a little bit of concern with those, well, with Roberto. Little Fox is going down to the other guild. I don't know about Thamus, Taurus for Life, and Strauss. How I'm viewing it right. Let me take this over here now. I feel like if we can improve the tickets we're gaining, then we can get more raids in, which means we're getting more currency, which means more rewards. It's a difficult thing to force because obviously there's certain requirements, certain characters that are difficult to get. Not to mention we're at that point in the raid cycle where it's probably better to start building up Galactic Republic and Separatist stuff for the Naboo raid. But equally, you don't want to neglect the current one. So it's awkward, but I feel like if we could at least improve frequency, even if we're getting low rewards, we're getting them more often. You love your improvement on Speedbite Raid, I'm assuming that is. Are you around 661k at the moment? Nice. I mean, again, with the raid, I feel like it's definitely a case of every little helps, because when you think you've got your personal track, so you get a few little bits for that, but you go and get the guild rewards, which is the big bit. So definitely the more you can do, the better for you, really. But yeah, the other thing that I was going to say is territory battles, and I've been talking about it with the officers, and the thing is, right, and I will completely agree with this as far as moving forward, that we don't ever want to be telling people you need to farm this, you need to have this character, or any kind of musts like that. But in Desert Term, it's Tamin's Guild here, there's been this thing of when we've done territory battles, we've known that platoons are important. So we've all volunteered to do things for the platoons, or we just happen to have got them. A bit like myself, I went for Ugnaught because I knew we needed an Ugnaught. And I feel like that's what, moving forward, JM needs, in the sense of we're not forcing anyone to go for a specific character, but we need volunteers, essentially. We need people to sort of stand up and say, you know what? I'll go for that character. You know, it doesn't have to be a bad one. I mean, Crimson, for instance, I will farm some of these bad characters as long as I know there are people farming the good ones, because it means that we're going to get more progress in territory battles and more better rewards because of it. But as it stands, we're essentially just not doing too much because we haven't got the GP to really do enough. I mean, you're in the server, so you'll be able to see it as well long term. Let me just post it again, what we need. So, Gensarai Mandalorians, and I'm going to be covering up a little bit, but it's a channel called ROE Needed Tunes. And I haven't posted any since October last year, so can I clear some messages here, actually? Apparently it doesn't want to delete messages. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, I think we can do it in that way as well. I mean, actually, I say I think we can, I know we can. So, that is the list, essentially, of what we need and who's closest. But if we do it the way that Pen's suggesting, then I can show it on here. Alright, if we go... Will someone remind me in a minute that it's actually... Okay. Why is it? What's the... This platoon contains an impossible slot to fill. Is it essentially saying we haven't got a cam? Alright, either way I'll screenshot this because this is essentially what it is. Right, if I just ignore these again. Tell me that I don't mess anything up if Scott's trying to do something. There we go. Essentially that's what we've been doing. We've been filling that one platoon. I don't know if he was trying to do this one as well. He might have been. Oh yeah, you got your Darth Tray up to 5-star? Okay. I mean, how I view it, right? Trey is one of those on this list. You know, I'm not saying go ahead and do your Trey right now for the platoons, because it's got to be a collective effort. You know, that's the problem with all this. We need everyone to sort of be singing the same hymns. Essentially saying, right, we need 5 Treys. Can we have 5 hands up, please, that we can go for Trey? And then, if you're one of those, fair enough. But equally, there are issues because we've got things like Kiadimundi here, and we just can't get cam shards quick enough in our guild. So it feels like we're going to need to bring people in who've got cam, which is very weird, but I don't know how we could possibly do that. And then you've got odd ones like BT and Trip Zero. It's like, I don't know. This is where this list here is kind of useful, because, again, I respect what this is about as far as giving you a visualization of the platoons, but for me, this one's kind of good for just showing who's closest to what we're after. Even if there are a few that are just miles away. Are you wondering what team work around here? Do you mean like what you should work on next, or do you mean what team works with Treya? With Treya, okay. Because you finish your Mara Jade and AS. Who's AS? It's alright, I'm going through my list of acronyms here in my head. Oh, Anakin Skywalker, okay. Sorry, I always say JKA when I'm thinking of Anakin. So, yeah, Treya, Scion, Nihilus, Talon, Savage. That's like the endgame team, if you like. Ken Dog there. Hey, no worries. Glad I'm some use. Alright. I feel like I've stalled GA long enough, so I'm going to get in here. But we'll carry on talking once I've done the compares, okay? So let's show you iCross, because I don't think this round's going to be too long. So, we're behind on GP, about 600k. Arguably, it's not the worst thing we've got to deal with here. We're 41 Zetas behind, 6 Omicrons behind, GA Omicrons. Total Relics 16 and 8 on the scores, so not the biggest of gaps. I'm okay with that. The next one concerns me a bit, Datacrons. We've got a bit of a gap on those. A lot of level 6s in their favour. So that could come into play. They've got more 6-dot mod stanners, but we have got better mod scores. So I'm hoping that swings a few things for us, because they have got every single GL. So, ouch time. And we do have all the ships again, so that's something. Oh, wrong screen. Hello, Ada. I've heard a few things about it. I know it's got review bombed on Steam. I don't know if it was just or not. Yeah. I was watching Battlefront Updates' video last night, and he did have some criticisms of it, but they sounded very mid-tier criticisms, you know, like, you could cope with it. But I'm guessing they were just the tip of the iceberg based on what I'm hearing. I'll keep that in mind. I mean, I've got the PlayStation, so I'll keep it in mind. I don't think I'll be getting it anytime soon anyway, but it might be nice to have a goof around on my own on it. I'll take the... is it a compliment, that, Kaleri? It feels like a compliment. But yeah, I'll take it, whatever it might be. Alright, so we've put GI down this round. We've got Finzori, we've got Sorty, and we've got this Atbar team with Drogon's army that is more confusing than anything. But yeah, it's like, okay. You know, what's his face? Scotty from Star Trek? And the Family Guy thing where he's at the console. I'm moving as fast as I can, Captain. Yeah, that's me with GLs. Alright, as before, Ray. Tuscans having their last week in the prime of their lives. Although maybe we could swing a Starkiller counter off moving forward. We'll have to see. We've got Dash with Hondo. Again, that might go on to offense soon. And we got Sana. On PC, it's not worth it. You can buy the originals, which have the exact same stuff and more. Xbox, I think, is the same because of the backwards compatibility. PS just don't have it. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, the only thing I've heard that PC's got is now there's an XL mode where essentially you can have like massive multiplayer games, or even not even multiplayer, massive games where you've got like hundreds of NPCs. But that's not exactly worth buying it for, I imagine. Unless you really want a crazy battle. I haven't seen enough of Star Trek. I did try and start watching the original series. I got a few episodes in and for whatever reason it tailed off. I've seen the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Discovery, and I've seen the 3 JJ era films, but that's about it. I do need to try and watch some more of it, because what I've seen I don't mind. It's just... yeah, for whatever reason I keep getting drawn away. Oh, hang on, I've already looked at this wall. A little bit, yeah. There will always be matchups where the people have got more than us. It's a case of overcoming that when you can. The difficulty is if you have a load of those matches in a row, you'll end up facing guilds that essentially you've got more chance of punching up to. Yeah, last TW was a bit rough. Okay, so I haven't really been narrating this, but we've got Leia with Captain On and Rollo. We've got Lord Vader with Malicos' Omicrons. We've got Slacker, and we've got Starkiller. Bit of an interesting Starkiller team. I think it's a case of not wanting to tip your hand, not wanting them to think, oh, you can always go faster than this. I didn't wonder, but I'm sorry that costs so much. I'll admit, I do forget about, well, I instinctively forget about surgery costing things. It is one of the reasons I'm very passionate about the NHS over here, because comparatively it's a godsend. You know, I could not afford that much money for an operation. You know, and health insurance I couldn't really afford either. So, yeah. That's where I'll always be invested in keeping the NHS as it is. Or better. Alright, so we got JMK, we got Ray, we got Jabba, and we got JML. Alright, let's start working on these. Yeah, GLs for sure, they are what will punch you up a little bit. But then it does get to a point where, a bit like myself here, you're finding teams that can punch up without being GLs. But again, that's definitely endgame. Or near endgame. You excuse it as, if he does do this trick to overclock whatever systems, there's probably a chance it could go wrong, so he's probably saying it to avoid potentially making everything worse unless the situation is truly dire. Yeah, I could buy along with that. I mean, I think it's a case of if every time you push it too far, you're literally going to push it too far. Whereas the one time you try to do it, maybe you can. Alright, eat that. Alright, if anyone was going to eat that, I'm glad it was IG. Burn, baby, burn. Basic. Basic. Alright, I didn't really do that correctly, I don't think. Yeah, we'll get dodged. Well, evaded. Okay, so we're now in the sort of torturous part of this battle where a ton of them are in damage immunity and we're just waiting for them all to take turns. I don't want to use that special unless I need to. Alright, we got a burn. I love my murder bots. Oh, okay. Just need to get Boosh out. She's the one that could still wreck us. I think she did take a turn there. Oh, Chris did as well. Alright, get Chris out. Get Boosh out. Basic. Basic. Oh, damage immunity again. Alright, we're getting there. Feels like slow, but we're getting there. Let's do that. That will increase cooldowns, I think. Yeah. Come on, Jabba, take a turn. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Hey up, Osprey. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Drafts, they were the two droids that are on the RT list as well, yeah. If I might be mistaken, but I think Sana's a requirement in Phase 1 as well. I don't think Hondo is, but Hondo's the only other one that you need to get Dr. Aphra, so, you know, if you were to build them for RT, you would also be one tune away from getting Aphra. So it's pretty good. Kaleri, at one point he overcharges his weapon systems using his own phaser, which I could see that going horribly wrong if done too often. That reminds me of the idea of like using gunpowder to create a fire. Not something you'd really want to do unless you really need it. Those two droids work under Aphra best, but before you get it, they do have viability with Sortie. 50RT, the droid. Another option could be something like HK or IG-88. not as ideal there, though. Oh, and maybe Ray Jedi Training, but again, a lot of characters there you probably haven't got. Hondo as a third ring platoon, I know that much. Yeah, I remember he was in Phase 3. I don't really want to push that too much, just for the fact that as far as drafts in our guild, it's more, we're trying to work on Phase 1 still. I say that as in we haven't really done anything in there yet, but we're trying to reshift priorities to get some work done. You need to do the event. It's as simple as that. You need to get gas to 5 stars, which the event allows you to do. The requirements for that, if I recall correctly, you need Padme Amidala, which means you need to do Padme's event. And from there you need Ahsoka, C-3PO, Shakti, General Kenobi with Padme. And then for Phase 4 you need Asajj Ventress, B1 Battle Droid, B2 Battle Droid, Droideka, and IG Magna Guard. So quite a lot there. Oh, and you need some Galactic Republic ships for the Phase 1 battle. So quite a lot. Yeah, it's a long way. Hey, little fish. How you doing, man? You know, I've been showing off your cups in my guild recently. I'd say you've got infamy, but that implies it's a bad thing. Here we go, Starkiller. Okay, so Starkiller FTW. Hey, nice one. I know one of my guildmates was ripping me for having not got a Rallic 7 cup. That's the main reason I started showing yours. I was like, you know, work harder. Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually looked at the lore, but by all accounts, Kreia, whatever her name might have been, she does seem to have a very interesting backstory. Now that's a good feeling. I mean, we've got a 8GL defense, well, maybe not 8GL defense, but I think it's 7? Slacker, Rey, JMK, JML, Leia, Jabba, yeah. I'm pretty sure I got Unloved Vaders down, so yeah, it is 7. I think they've only got C for offense, and I'm assuming that's so they can use Bane. Well, you know, if they want to use Bane with C. I mean, who'd want to do such a silly thing like that? Alright, let's start this. I would like to use this now so that we can heal up Palpatine, and then we can do defense up, so hopefully we don't lose too many banners. There we go. Also, I don't think it's a bad thing getting them all stunned so that it's only Rey who's dealing damage to us. Okay, that's a bummer. Bye-bye, Ben. And let's just get you out. Okay, that was a happy accident. Oh, okay. Bang, bang, bang. He's a bleeding jack-in-a-box. Okay. Do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I'll agree with Fish. GG's a good option. Padme can counter CLS, but I feel like... How do I phrase it? if the CLS has got 3PO and Chewie, it's a lot less reliable. It can still work, but it's less reliable. Actually, I might be talking out my arse. I think it might actually be impossible. Because I think 3PO and Chewie just means there's that much of a turn meter train that you just can't get a turn. Yeah, I'll take that back. Yeah, I'm going to say, what I was going to just say is, you know, in the WhatsApp, did you send me a link to how I can get them? I know I saw something the other day, but I have got a, what was the phrase? I've got a memory like a goldfish, that's the phrase I was after. Oh yeah, of course, drafts. I'm going to say, just essentially giving you ideas of what you can be working on for it. General Grievous, GG. Yeah, I'm going to say, I mean, I saw the cards that you showed a picture of the other day. They did look very nice. I mean, that's one of the things that I'll admit Marvel Snap opened my eyes to. I didn't really appreciate art like that. So, yeah, I've grown to appreciate it a little bit. Sorry, I'm just working out what I'm doing here. We need Mon Mothma here. Even though it could go horrendous, we're going to have to try Fennec there. And we get into the fun ones. GG could probably do that. So then it's maybe a Slacker Mirror? Yeah, no worries there, Chris. Oh, okay, we've got options. It's alright, I've just added the epiphany of what we can do. Okay, so we got JML for this. Then we've got JML to face, but at the top we've got Lord Vader, which we're going to try and Fennec. And then hopefully we can kind of... I don't know what we're going to do if we have to clean that up, if I'm being honest. Maybe Maul. We got Jabba for something, which I'd forgotten about. We got Slacker as well, so we might be okay. Ugh. We might. I feel like I'm winging so much of this. Moving in the ghetto. Alright, swap with Luke, stun the sides. Let's do that. We're going to pass that to Luke. Let's start focusing on Kitty Cat. And I feel like from here I need to pretty much exclusively use JML's ability. Because JMK will just spam that ult in a minute. One more. Okay, let's do that, I guess. Go on past that to Luke, and we didn't dispel. Okay, that's unusual. swap with JML because he'll get bonus turn. Well, he won't get bonus turn, but he'll reset cooldowns anyway. Ooh. I think Grandmaster Yoda's upset them a little bit. Excuse me, can we stop going for Grandmaster Yoda? Like, there's a tank there, focus on the tank. You know, just be slightly idiotic AI like we all know and love. There we go. Getting AI to cooperate is so annoying. You have to handhold them and everything. Making me sound like a bloody chicken. That's it, have a bit of that. And I'll give you a bit of that, just toughen you up a little. Alright, be gone. Alright, I'll admit I've not been looking at the chat for a minute, so I'm sorry if I've missed something. It's just one of those battles that takes a little bit of concentration. Yeah, I would agree about Savage. He's definitely a good early Omicron choice. Yeah, mods definitely as well. Great advice there, Fish. Yeah, JML's well, JMK can be annoying with that ultimate, just basically saying, "What's taunt?" Yeah, so definitely some interesting bits of chat there. Don't feel like I need to add anything. Alright, so the JML is the interesting bit here because Slacker is hard countered, so we don't want to throw that there. But Jabba feels massive overkill, especially with Leia on the board still. But I don't really have another choice, that's the bottom line. As much as I'm thinking, oh, but could I? No, I've got nothing really that could wear this down. So I figure it's got to be a GL. The only other thing that I think could possibly do it is Malgus, but I've not heard about this. Playing, hello there. How you doing? Let's bring this up. GAC Insight. Defense lead. Jedi Master Luke. We've got Luke, Hoda, Revan, and Shaq. And let's just avoid GLs. What's it come up with? Grand Inquisitor would be a 13% win rate, so it's no negative that he's on defense. GG's 57% win rate, so we're not missing much there. Malgus is 80% win rate. So that is good to see. So maybe we'll go with Malgus, and then if there is something at the back, we've still got a GL. Well, we've got two GLs. Yeah, we had to use EP Mara with Rey. So, a little bit of an unfortunate one, that. Is it this? Yeah, let's get some doubt out there as well. Just make it easier. Although, you know what? Actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's use a lower one. Actually, would that work synergistically? Like, let me just recall how doubt works. Nah, I got that mixed up. I thought it was if ferocity was cleansed, but no, that won't work. Alright. Maybe go with that then. Tiff Assassin / Overfoot Soldier input in the long run. Essentially talking about this team. Malgus is definitely good in the long run, but it's a very difficult character for you to get. You need to do Proving Grounds, and that's a slog. Sith Assassin. I honestly only really use Sith Assassin in this team. I use the ship a fair bit with Leviathan, but that's because it's part of the fleet. I feel like fleet and characters, they kind of have different use cases. You know, you might use a character in fleet a lot, but you don't use the character in character battles often. Alright, let's go for Raven. No surprises, Master Luke gets that taunt. No, it's alright. I'd rather people ask questions than not. Alright, so they mark the one who can stealth. That kind of makes sense. I mean, I say kind of because I still don't think marking Sith Assassin is the best move the AI could make, but hey ho. Okay. Put some fear out there. Ooh, okay. If we do that, the shock should prevent him from doing anything, then we can get rid of Raven. Let's keep fear on the board where we can. Base it there. Cool. I don't think we need to do too much on the others for now. I know Master Luke's going to take a turn. Yeah, it was a weird call from him, wasn't it? I mean, I wasn't complaining. Alright, so that's hit the staggers, which is nice. Alright, well, stealth again. Yeah, that is a concern for sure. It's the it's getting around JML that's proving the issue. Alright, can we do it? Not yet. Working on it. There we go. There is one thing, the amount of debuffs they're putting on my side, it's effectively healing us up a little bit, so that's not a bad thing. HE is playing. Let's base it there. Ooh. And say we'll suck there. Only got to get rid of Luke now, thankfully. Probably full auto, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think we can actually try and avoid the timeout by full autoing. There we go, that's not bad. Yeah, Mol's bang on the money there. I think it's where there's a lot of characters in the game, and it's definitely good to at least inquire about their use. You know, as far as understanding what the place in the game is. But I think that's where you could leave someone like Sith Assassin. You know, basically, you don't go for that character unless you really know that you're going for Leviathan. It's like my free-to-play. I've only got her about Gear 7. And really, I only use her in battles like this just because she's Rallocate and she's... well, she goes to waste if I don't use her. Alright, give this bat wall a bit of a bally rub because it looks really ready to roll over and give us a wagging tail. Props for him for going for this team as well. I really love this comp, so I love when people do it as well. I am sorry, Kit. I'm sure his sisters will get some action soon. Yeah, sure, let's bring it over a minute. Alright, so we've got Padme, Route 9 Cup, Ahsoka, JKA, and GK. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if this was my territory war, you were on the opposing side, I would be looking at the fact that there's a Lord Vader, there's a... sorry, it wasn't a territory war even, it was a GA, sorry, I take that back. Still, if you were my opponent, I would be looking and thinking, wow. So, we got Lord Vader and Malgus, and then this mad lad's also put Padme and Cup together. Not JMK and Cup, Padme and Cup. So yeah, I would be in mild awe of that. What was the other one? This was 2 holds on the Dash team, 2 on the Sortie, which by the way kind of shows the value of the murder droids. And Mon Mothma. It is not Ash, no. Although I'm sure Ash would take some admiration in that. I don't know where I post this though. I'll tell you what, I'll post it in my server. That makes the most sense. Just so that if Ash, for instance, wants to have a look at that cup, he can see how it's getting on. Alright. So I feel like we're... I feel like my voice just went the way my testicles then. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go GG. One, 2, 3. I need to take Newt up at some point. This keeps annoying me. Every time I go into a battle like this, I'm like, no Datacron. It's why once I've done Leia, I'm really inclined to go for Lord Vader straight off the bat, just to get some of these silly things done. Okay, so there's no revive to worry about, so I figure let's just go for Mara Jade. Okay, let's get some target lock on the board. And boy, did we get some target lock on the board. Alright, let's give that to Papa Palpatine. Keep his speed nice and low. We've got a raid from the Lissel, party of 25. How you doing, folks? Can we top up here?
Yeah, I was trying to ramp up the offense.
Okay. I have no idea if that was recent or a long time ago, but I saw a bit of first order action going on there. No worries, no worries. I know Listle's... he's usually got to go when he's raiding, so I understand. Let's see. Or I'd like to think it was clutch, but I'd also like to think my mods were hopefully playing a part. I've got relatively decent tenacity on B2. 61. Let me check. What is my tenacity on B2 now I've said that? Because no, my luck, he's only got like 78%. B2. I would agree there as well, playing. I don't really like seeing it. 154% tenacity. I'd call that pretty decent. I mean, I think I've actually used this mod recently when I've been doing the tier 2 on Lair, because it's pretty nice, you know, crit void with a fair chunk of speed. Maybe I could work on these mods a little bit as far as trying to get the stats up a bit more, but in general, I'd say they're not bad, are they? So, I'm happy with that. Okay. I'm into your minds what we're doing now. I think we go for the horrid one first. Send in the clowns. Those happy, dappy clowns. Feels apt. Today you went GG with your Gear 11 stat versus JMK with the JKL. Kind of forgot what JKL can do. Got one hit, had to clean up a C-Watt. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know GG with stat could do JMK. That's good to know. I'm gonna have to think about that in the future playing. I mean, I know it can be done, but I really, especially with my Wampa here, it's only Relic 3. It just feels more risk than reward. Okay. If anything, it's an argument to get more tenacity on B2. Alright. Again, I assume this will go horrendously because even though there's only one tank, we've got this and this to deal with. So if we can get into a position where we can use Slacker to clean it up, I will take that. Yeah, right now I don't really think of using Wampa too much. That's horrid. The main thing I use Wampa for is Iden. Okay. I know we want the tank out, but it's got to be the tank. It's just so bloody frustrating that Throne got that fracture. Oh! Bloody hell! I don't think I've ever seen Thrawn hit that hard. Not Thrawn, sorry, Tarkin hit that hard. Man, oh man! Wow! I say it genuinely, I don't think I've ever seen Tarkin hit that hard without that Datacron that he had, which was making him go like crazy loco fast. Or hit crazy loco hard. Yeah, we're done for now though, because I can't really do much with Fennec. Yeah, that blew me away. Basic again. Uno reverse again. Oh, okay, yeah, we're out. Man, oh man. I don't think I've ever seen a Tarkin hit like that. No worries, Draftsman. I'll see you on Discord. Oh, could you get the... Okay. I've got to have a look at that Tarkin. Bear with me. Crit damage. Crit damage. Potency. I would say that's pretty well modded. (37.12% potency), and he gains offense up and defense penetration up. Add in more crit damage. I can understand why that worked, but man oh man, I don't think I'm alone here in thinking I didn't expect that to happen. You know, I expected a bit of damage, you know, as far as, you know, he's not going to hit for nothing, Tarkin, but you don't expect him to wipe out 2 of your team. So, yeah, that really blew me away. Let me just double check what's on this ward, I won't leave myself short. Ooh, I kind of feel like I will. Oh, no, I'm fine. I can use Slacker because we're going Jabba on Slacker, and then we're going to Mon Mothma the Leia. In theory. But yeah, we're going to have to commit to this. Yeah, definitely the potency. The potency definitely played a part. Again, though, even with like the potency from the Cron, and obviously modding for potency, you just don't expect that, do you? I mean, when you think, right, we had that Cron about a year ago now where essentially you could just keep going boom, 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 boom with his second special. And everyone felt like you had to keep doing it because it was the only way to ramp the potency up enough. Yeah, that kind of just shows that even with just a decent bit of potency on the side, he can still wreck a team if they're not expecting it. I'm amazed. Grandma Tarkin actually surprised me. Okay. Crit damage, let's go for that. I'd like to know if that team's holding for him. Well, you know, more than you would expect for a Lord Vader, I mean. Alright, I don't want you getting up to shenanigans again, so I'm stunning you. It's hard to know what to think of Taran and this team. Because he isn't doing a lot, but is it doing things that we've just not seen? Yeah, I haven't had much success with the Bounty Hunters while the Dark Cron's been around. I've been two-shotting a lot of them. This is where I was watching Arnold yesterday, I think, and he was talking about like Padme potentially being a Lord Vader counter, and he says, "Oh, you know, it's not like we don't need another Lord Vader counter kind of thing," as if to say there's plenty of them. And I'm like, yeah, there might be plenty of them, but you're talking from your perspective of having like nearly everything. Well, you have got everything in the game, so you know, wind it back in a bit for those of us who haven't got everything in the game. Basic. Life is so nice in Cabba 3 where dead chromes hardly matter. I must admit, it is the one thing I do envy of the below Cabba 2, shall we say. Yeah, technically it worked, Luke. Well, thank you for being here. I was thinking how to respond to that in the sense of, do you want me to tell you to go back to work? Alright, bye-bye Hooks. Bye-bye Rad. Okay, so we'll probably lose the Stormtrooper. There we go. Well, basic, even though it won't do any crit damage. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he continues to do it, but I know Arnold was the one who started the Lord Failure meme, and I get it. At times he isn't great. You know, he's got his moments where he's good, he's got his moments where he's bad, but you could argue all GLs have that. You know, and it didn't help they started out on the back foot, Lord Vader, so I don't know. I'm not really on that gravy train of him being bad. Again, it's probably relative as well, depending where you are. Alright, Lord Vader's ramped up a lot here. We're not going to survive long. And I can't really punch through him, in fairness. Alright, we've got a 1-turn ult, we're going to use it. Yeah, here we go. Okay. We can clean it up, just not ideal. You're pro Vader, you're top of Carver too? I imagine if you got Vader, it's certainly one that you want to be a pro on. Where is she? There she goes. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big Z. Just check you've got it all. Yep. Okay. V2 now, just 1 Mark 12 stun gun until we got JMK Relics. Nice. I'm going to say, I know you did well with JMK getting it that early, shall we say, with the GP numbers. Yeah, I mean, Maul, I think... The issue with Maul, and it's similar to Bane, is that they created a lifter unit that was viable on its own. You know, and I say it's similar, they are the same in a way. You know, and whereas Cat was essentially glued to JMK, even though she got viability elsewhere, Maul's never been the same, and you could argue Bane with C won't be that either. So, it's where... If you do stick to what they prescribed it for, they probably do perform better. But if you do your own thing, then yeah. I think Lord Vader ebbs and flows as far as being on the rankings of defensive GLs. I mean, it's like Rey right now. She's probably not top, but she will be next season with this Holdocron coming in. I'm beginning to think that'll be the case for me as well, Luke. Oh, I know that feeling, Fish. I know that feeling. Go and enjoy your rain-soaked walk. In the meantime, let's see if Bigsy Boy and his Kron can take down Leia. Wasn't sure if my doggo was with me or with my mum. She must have stayed downstairs. Alright. Let's start this gravy train. There we go, bring in the trooper. I feel much better now that HRS is on this team as well. Last time I think I did it with Biston, and it does work obviously, but I liked it. I like the fact that HRS is here just to keep the TM train going. There's less likelihood we drop it. Essentially, it just means that you're constantly taking turns because he gifts assisting allies 25% turn meter. So yeah, They should never take a turn. It's pretty busted. I mean, if there was something in this team that basically said, you know what, we're going to interrupt that turn meter flow you've got, we'd be wrecked, but they haven't got anything. Yeah, power would be good. Maybe for Wedge, but I kind of like the idea that Wedge is providing Biggs with a few buffs as well, so I feel like HRS is good. But for certain, in general, I wouldn't have Wedge and Biggs in here. I'd have Power and probably SRP. I mean, you think, right, we've just taken out the newest GL with Mon Mothma and got a 65 banners. You know, that's kind of how good it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the process of unlocking Leia, and that kind of stinks for me. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say HRS is essential. I mean, like I say, I didn't have it at Rally 3 last round, and I took down a Leia that was arguably a better comp than that with Biston in the team. You know, the main thing is, the 25% turn meter is obviously good, you know, from the Cron, but HRS essentially gives you that insurance that you won't lose the turn meter train, because the 25% on all the allies, plus him giving TM out, it's a guarantee you're just going to keep looping. Whereas if it's just Biggs Cron, there is a potential that maybe something goes wrong, but yeah, that went fine, I thought. Okay, we're going to Jabba this. Oh, hang on, I like my turn order, or my team order. I took Jabba off defense this round. I didn't know if they got Afra off the top of my head, but I was like, I know they're going heavy defense, so I might as well take one of my GLs off defense and essentially try and play for efficient offense. And it seems like the plan's worked. I mean, we'll soon find out for sure, but I'm doing well on offense, I feel. Let's do that. Oh yeah, fair play, if old Ben's in there, yeah, there's definitely complications that can happen. I mean, the one that I've heard is put cracks in there instead of, well, just put cracks in there because it's got days. But, again, for sure, I can buy into why power would be useful. Ooh, okay. They haven't started yet, Luke. A little bit disappointing in some ways. Alright, we're just stuck here waiting now. Is that a one turn? Yeah, it was. Let's do that. Can we get Armor Shroud? Nice. Now, if we can just get him out before he takes a turn. Alright. Now just to clean up Lord Failure. Oops, sorry, Vader. Alright, Mandos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ding, ding, ding. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. I actually thought this would be a quick round because I didn't think I'd have enough to get through it, but I have been pleasantly surprised. Oh, come on, no. Mad Frenzy. That's not fair. I mean, I should still take a turn, but everyone's bleeding days now. That's frustrating. The whole reason I did Django Special was to get the Frenzy trigger. So for that essentially to go, nah, it doesn't matter. No TM when you have dots? Bleeding hell, that's annoying. Okay. Let's just try and keep him quiet, I guess. I go back to it. I need to do something to remember kits. Ooh. Alright, Candyman ain't tanking around. And Maul ain't either. Rip. Honestly, I didn't think my Relic 1 Maul had enough. As far as I know, we haven't got a dance on stream, then. Yeah, I didn't think I got enough, that's the bottom line, though. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's make sure we clear this south wall, just so that we aren't accidentally... Oh, hang on, they have attacked. Yeah, sorry about that, Luke, I hadn't seen they'd attacked. Yeah, all one-shots. Fair play. Nothing at the back. Granted, it's pretty trashy. If they trip up at the back, then they don't deserve to win. Yeah, nothing up here. Probably seeing how I get on. Okay, so let's go here. Alright, this is Kit's moment to gloat, or shine, or whatever you want to call it. Ooh, I'm saying that though. You see, I've got that Lord Vader in my head. Let me get this back up. Okay, get rid of all these. Okay, so we can't use that. Gas, I wouldn't even think about. My imps aren't big enough. CLS? I think we could spare CLS for it. Apparently, Phoenix have got a good win rate against it. Although that looks pretty good relics on Hera. Okay. Either way, I think we can afford to use Iden. I haven't actually bought this up, but what's everyone thought of the Conquest feats? Or the Conquest data discs? I imagine there's a few of you out there who just don't give a damn, but I did have a look at them last night, and I was kind of half asleep, so I wasn't really reading them too much, but I got the general gist, and there were a few that looked not fun, but I thought they didn't look horrendous. Okay, nice. I don't know why that tickles me. It's just the idea that Mon's on the battlefield. She looks around, she goes, "Oh." Oh, okay. What have we got? Bounty Hunters and Finzori. Oh, that's kind of annoying actually, because I could have done with CLS here. So I think it might be beneficial to me to see if Phoenix can take out the Lord Vader. Does anyone wholly believe it's not possible? Like, speak now and forever hold your peace kind of deal. I've actually applied Hera's Zeta as well this week. I didn't really want to keep going into rounds without it, because it seems a useful Zeta. 50 stat kills and Beck plus IG surviving sounds horrendous. The 50 stat kills does sound annoying. I'm hoping there's a node that'll be kind to that. The Beck and IG-12, that annoys me more because they're not synergistic, so you've got to find a way of putting them into a team. I mean, again, you could do JML, I guess, but it's frustrating. It's like, come on, really? Couldn't you just give us something that's not those two? Like, if it had been IG-12 and he's still on Paz Vizsla, I'd have been like, okay, at least the Mandos, but I mean, that's the other thing as well. That's broken up the full Lightside Mandalorian team. Or one of them. Okay, that might not be bad then. I did hear something about B1 droids having something where you can actually escape once you think you've done. Something like that. So do it with a ramp cron. Let's have a look. Have we got anything that ramps? We got this. Yeah, that's really the only option, isn't it? Let's go for that then. Cross your fingers and toes. Let's hope we don't get too much doubt. Alright, give that to Rex. Alright, doubts on Chopper. Yeah, this is a bit of a weird one, but I'm going to put this on, I guess, cracks. Okay, we'll try and do what we can with Chopper. Again, more armor shred. Let's do that. Hey up, Angels. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, we're limited to to basics right now, so really irritating. All right, specials ahoy! Give that to cracks again. 27. Whew, okay. That was taking down a solo Lord Vader, Angel, so nothing too fancy. Alright, it did allow us CLS here though, so... Whew. Butt cheeks can unclench. Can apply that. You're currently 7-0. Wow, you're having a great season. And say, how are you getting on with the kite? Oh, what league and division are you in, shall we say? Just to clarify. We're going to hit Poe, because I think Poe's usually naturally quick in these teams. Alright, yeah, I just want game out. Obviously I want Zori out, but if I can't get to Zori, then Poe is the next best option. Okay, we've lost our good unit. Alright, come on. Nice. Okay. Let's call an assist. Right, Zora, you've just nicked a hell of a lot of my banners, so to say I'm not impressed with you would be putting it mildly. We got a hydrate. It'd be safe to say I need a new drink. Yeah, Bufu, that was not a fun battle. I'll agree there, not a fun battle. Now you see, I'd love to get the Night Sisters out here to give Kit a bit of titillation. But honestly, I think we just take our chances that we can use them on Crimson, so we'll play safe with Fiver first. Here we go. Well, you're getting a 7-0 this season, Pen, but you're probably going 0-7 next week, aren't you? Well, next season. Are you going to go back to playing Assassin's Creed? No worries, Angels. Have a good day yourself, man. I've said it a few times, but I've not really been in the frame of mind right now to do things I want to. Well, I say I want to do. I've been procrastinating badly. You know, I've been playing the Skywalker Saga. I've enjoyed playing it, but in the back of my head, I've been saying you shouldn't be playing this. You should be doing things. You know, like I think I said last week, I wanted to do some videos for my channel, and I'm like, this is why I'm not a professional content creator, because when I have the time to do something, I'm choosing to do other things. But yeah, like I say, I don't regret it. I've had fun with it. It's just that nagging voice at the back of my head saying, yeah, this is why you don't have a lot of YouTube subscribers. And I can't blame anyone for that. It's like, yeah, you've got a point. Okay. We've got a finalizer chilling here with an Executor and a Leviathan. One second. Relic 6 Sith Fighter. I was curious if that was a Relic 9 then. I did double take on it. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit like that right now. I mean, I think in a way, there's a few things going on at home as far as, how do I put it? Like, I've said it before, my mum's got a few health problems, and I think at times it's just like, doing like videos on YouTube, it feels like really doing work. Whereas streaming's not exactly the same. You know, I think if it felt like work, I would be postponing streams more often. Yeah, I've always had things at home. It's not like it's something new, but it's one of those where, like this week, my mum's been unwell. She's best way I can phrase, she's got stomach problems. And they've been made worse this week, I think, by some medication essentially not being here when it should have been here. So, yeah, it's not been great. But, like I say, she's got the medication today. Fingers crossed she's on the up. But it's one of those where you just kind of, or maybe you, but I kind of feel weighed down by it at times. So I think in my head it's like, I don't want to do this, I want to do that. I'm always wary of making excuses for myself though, you know. It's like if I was going for a job, I wouldn't like suddenly be like, oh yeah, I didn't do that today because I wanted to do this instead. You know, you can't get away with that, so it's the one advantage of not working as such. You're only accountable to yourself. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking about it. At least it has arrived. I mean, it's best way I can put it, with the local doctors, the GPs, they've been annoying me a bit of late because I said before, right, I'll always praise the NHS, defend it, but of late my local doctor has also been slightly negligent towards my mum. You know, I think a lot of people in the country would say they've had similar experiences, and I don't actually blame the GPs, I blame the amount of work they've been given, essentially. And, yeah, it just shows at times that they just aren't on top of what she needs, and it's just so frustrating. Alright, we're not doing well here. I know I'm commentating on two things here at once. Yeah, we lost Defender. Crap. That came down to not getting Sith Assassin out. We bring this in, but it blows up. My hope is we can get a shot at Sith Assassin and get that out. Okay, so that's one ship out at least. And if we do that... Are we giving it to Vader? I think we give it to Vader, don't we? Scythe next, then Leviathan will go. So... I think we have to do that, try and remove the Terminator. Well, it didn't matter. Yeah, I mean, even though I'm being honest in regards to how I feel GPs are, it's not like a double whammy. I'm not trying to be overly angry towards them. It's just one of those where I'm thinking, if I don't say you're not doing good enough right now, they won't actually step up, if that makes sense. You know, and again, I feel so sorry in a way that I'm having to be like this with them, because, you know, Drafts has been on stream and you hear about the medical bills in Canada. It's the same, obviously, in other countries, US, etc. I don't take the NHS for granted here at all, but it's one of those where it's just run down right now. I mean, the pandemic didn't help at all, but it didn't help other countries either, so we can't use this as an excuse. I'm actually thinking what we're doing here. My priority was, can we get good bans on this battle to make up for the lost ones on Leviathan? Plus I hadn't really got a solid off-meta counter to Executor, so it made sense to just be clean with this. No. We did actually try and do private, I say a long time ago, I was working back then. The prices were pretty scary, but the quality did seem good, I won't deny. We're actually at a dentist now that's got, they do private and NHS, and that is one thing I do keep in my head, that if ever, you know, private became an option, we'd be able to stick with the same practice at least, you know, and they do seem very good, very competent, so... I'll put it like this, I say very good, very competent. My mum, before going to this practice, was petrified of the dentist. She hadn't been since she was a child. She went to this dentist about 2017, I think. So, you know, late in life. And yeah, it was quite an interesting experience going with her for a first actual couple of appointments, because she had headphones on like these, and she was blasting in Black Sabbath because she had an eye mask on as well. Essentially, she didn't want to know what they were doing. So, yeah, it was funny because I was sitting outside and I could hear the Black Sabbath. And just as they were finishing, they opened up the door and I saw both of the people who were doing stuff to her, and they were looking as if to say, yeah, that was an experience. So, it was funny though, because once she'd had it done, she was like, oh, that was alright. And I think the next time she went in, she had something done. I can't remember what it was called off the top of my head, but it was essentially where they do something with your gums. I can't remember the actual term, but it sounded like they were draining her gums. And by all accounts, the actual procedure was horrendous. But she coped with it fine. She was like, oh, okay. And you're walking out thinking, you know, she's going to come out white as a ghost, and she was perfectly fine. So, again, I know I'm just tooting this one practice's horn a bit, but again, it's where I just praise the services. They do incredibly well. You know, even if something like that is both private and public. By the by, I haven't got a clue if this works, but we're giving it a crack. Exactly, yeah. I mean, I've got a friend who's sometimes in chat, actually, Wessica. We've tried recommending her to go, because she's got a similar phobia of dentists. And it's that hump of getting over it the first time. If you can, I think, you know, they're very, well, at least this one we've been to, they've been very competent. Can I have a cleanse, please? That won't really do much, will it? Yeah, we'd lose the taunt. We can do that, though. Cleanse what we can. Okay, good cleanup. Good cleanup. Yeah, that was a waste of a move. Comeuppance, and you come. I'm so happy this ship's farmable, by the way. And, well, not so much farmable, but the fact that it's on Cantina. I'm like, oh, thank you. We've got an easy ship farm. Not to mention, on both of my accounts, I'm not in the middle of a big Cantina farm as such right now, so I can actually just afford to give it some wally. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, Sunfuck. Go on, we'll do that. This is going to hurt. Alright, we're going to lose Sunfuck. The game has decided, I think. Well, no. Hanging in there. Nice to see. Alright. You are going down, Kylo. When I said that, I was expecting more now about it. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I don't mind it. Cantina farm means it's quick. You know, if you've obviously got a desperate need for signal data, of course you've got to go for the signal data, but it's like, right now I'm kind of in a process where I'm more hoarding for layer rather than actually applying anything. So it's not too bad for me. I'm like, I'll just, I'll keep getting comeuppance, get it done, then layer will be ready when she's ready. 1774 final score, so it's not like a great offensive score, but considering we did face a very heavy defense, I'm very happy with that. There's nothing too frightening there for them. Ship Wall might hold them up, considering they did put both Leviathan and Exactor down, but I'm thinking more the fact they haven't got Finalizer, but they could end up doing what I wanted to do, which is Chimera on Leviathan, Profundity on Exactor, and then they've just got to take down a Negotiator. So, not expecting too much there. But yeah, I don't think these two walls will hold them up too badly, so it's all about how efficient they can be on offense, and considering they've not got any GLs, but they've got a lot of other stuff, I imagine, they should cope alright. Alright, get Crimson loaded up. Bronzium's a problem on my free-to-play. I've got quite a lot of materials still on my main, so I'm grateful I haven't run out there. I feel like I'm struggling for Carbonites there, but I feel like I struggle for Carbonites everywhere. Thank you, Blaine. Yeah, I need to check my Bronzium one. I did have a couple of thousand of one good value piece recently, but I've started dipping into it a bit now that I'm trying to rally up Layer Rex. So, yeah, I might need to check the score again. It all comes down to just constantly farming Car Attack and eventually just getting loads of Bronzium materials via it. This the raid reminder, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I tend to get that if I can afford it. It's good value for sure. Alright. Crimson's up against Master XL 33. Where are the other 32? Alright. 2.3 million GP behind, so safe to say that's a bit of a gap. 106 Zetas behind and 2 GA Omicrons behind. I always like to think that's kind of an idea of where we are in the game. So they started before me, so they've got way more Zetas, but I'm only a little bit further behind with the Omicrons, so I can live with that. Total Relics were 104 behind, 70 Relic 5 Pluses behind, none of them are good. Same with Datacrons, big gap, not good. 6 dot mods, they've almost got double mine, so not happy with that. 75 extra 15 pluses, again, not great. And we're only marginally ahead on the 20s and 25s, so not so great on paper. Add in the fact that they've got every GL, whereas I've only got 4. And they have also got Leviathan and I do not. This is a big punch-up. I think it comes back to Luke, the idea of, I mean, Arnold kind of demonstrated it, that it's not going to revolutionise Fleet, but it does give another option as far as, I mean, a bit like there today with Leviathan. That didn't really have too much of an impact in that battle, but you look and you think, supposing that Leviathan had been preloaded in a worse way, Comeuppance could have had a bigger part to play. Do you know what I mean? So I actually don't mind it. I think it's got a use in the game, even if it's not like a meta-defining ship like Defender has been or Interceptor. You know, it's just something that's going to boost up Radis a bit more. You know, and considering everyone's got to invest in Zori, I feel like it's worthwhile investing in the ship for that reason. You know, you've got to work on the pilot, so you might as well work on the ship. Alright, interesting. They've not hit Exactor, but they have taken out the other two. Let's see what they've done on Toons. Yeah, I have put my cheeky, not very good Grand Inquisitor on defense. I thought, let's put the proper team down. I'm really happy Trench has got a Cron this upcoming set because I can apply that there. Qui-Gon got a hold again. That is nice to see. I'd like to... I'm going to have to do a check, see what's getting holds for me at the moment, because it does seem like Qui-Gon's got a few. Okay, that is a badly preloaded BAM team. And I have got the Bamcron. I didn't know for sure if I got one here now or not, but we have. Yay! Ray got a hold. Loads of preloading there. Very nice to see. Finzori, no holds. Malgus, no holds. Okay. I haven't even looked at the opponent's side of the board. That looks horrid. Alright, we've got another Star Killer team. Lord Vader with Malakos again? Someone said something about Malakos going good with Lord Vader, or am I just by chance seeing it weirdly today? Jabber again. Yay. And Malgus. A little bit awkward. DTMG. Ray with Hoda and Ben is an interesting one. Raver and Leia. Thanks for being here, Plane. Appreciate it, man. Osprey, it was in the Malakos announcement that it could work with Lord Vader. Oh yeah, for sure. Of course it can work. It's more just a case that, you know, it's been, what, 3 months? No, it'd be 4 months. No, 3 months, sorry. 3 months since Malakos came out. I think that's the most I've seen Malakos with Lord Vader. It's as if people just... Well, people I'm facing have just had an epiphany, like, oh, let's try that. Yeah, that's probably a good explanation, Mol. You were a couple of steps ahead of me there. Okay, looking at the board state, it's kind of tempting to clear north, but only because he hasn't cleared fleet, but I'm doubtful he can clear fleet, so maybe we actually just focus down south. Focus down south, because that's where the banners are, so even if they do clear that Exactor, we're getting more, aren't we? 240, 210, 219, 240. So it is actually more efficient to go for fleet. My gut feeling is that I can't clear both walls. It's like... Starkiller could maybe take out the Ray. I say maybe because Hoda could mess things up a little. Leia, we could do Sith Eternal with some mishmash group that could probably get to Alton and just nuke them. Traya could take out the Raver. And maybe Adrad can do that. I say maybe because I keep hearing that Adrad doesn't always win this, but I've not had bad luck so far. So, from there, that would leave me JMK and Slacker. We do GG droids again there. Maybe put BB-8 in. But yeah, this is where it gets really funky, because we'd need to do Slacker here, and then JMK here. And then gas that. Ooh. Yeah, I have faced a DTMG Kron and beat it with Adrad. That's what I found strange. When, like I say, I've done it, what, 2 or 3 times in the season we've had, or the 2 seasons we've had with it. But again, I don't know if that was just luck. Okay. I know that's the good level 6. Well, we've got the doubt. I mean, based on what I've said, I feel like I do need to give it a go. I know why you're saying that, but I feel like I haven't got a lot of options anyway. So this kind of just gives me an indicator, can I get through this with something small? But yeah, I do get your point. This is not really what I want to be doing. Yeah, I need Slacker up north though. I think we go for that. Bit of max health damage. Let's see how it goes. If it fails, it fails. Ray. Okay, so Moth will be the first one to go, so let's just go for Moth. Remove the Terminator. Alright, that's annoying. Okay, let's pass a turn. AoE. One down. Not much to do here except for just build up the ult. Nearly. Being teased. There we go. Right, there's no perma-taunt right now, so I'm just going to get Scout out. Of course, revive. Oh, okay, that is me down for the count. Alright, I feel like I was a little bit unfortunate there. Just a little bit. I felt like we were in a good position, then just turned on its head and went terrible in an instant. Okay. We got 2 out. It wasn't like the worst situation, just not ideal. Yeah. I remember about the Empire units being perma-killed. I'll admit, I did misplay. Alright, let's just carry on. We'll leave that for a minute. Yeah. Empire. Jedi. Ufu. Ufu. And I don't think I've got anything that I can apply here, really. Yeah, there's nothing too notable. So Hoda could make this awkward with the equalization, but fingers crossed it's enough that we can just get Ray out. Alright, that kept Hoda quiet a little bit, and an ability block to boot. Ugh, okay, we're going to get Whirlwind. Ooh. Must have been dispelled and then cleansed. Alright, hopefully she gets the ult before taking a turn. That's good. Okay, I'm happy with all that. Let's get a stun again. Okay, get that inspiration off. I didn't want that. I wanted him to have defense up. Alright, we're fine. Okay. Let's go there. Okay. Will you just go away, please? Ah, great. Evade. Bring down the sky. I think it's just in my head it feels better. I know that in my head it doesn't matter, but just that principle of, oh yeah, defense up, it's, you know, it's better than not having it. Ben, will you bloody bugger off, please? Palpatine, you're honestly taking too many turns. Right, be gone. I don't think old Ben got whirlwinded, did he? Might be a hot minute until Visas can come back with a heal, but if so, we might be able to get banners back. Oh! Okay. 57. Revive won't work because of healing immunity? Alright, I can't say I know how that plays out. Alright, I'm guessing that's where I don't know either Starkiller's kit or Visas' kit. Right, okay. I figured it was one of them. Yeah, with Visas, I always just assumed she got the revive. Well, suck. Bring down the pain. Alright, suck, suck, suck. Oh, wow, I was hoping for a bit more there, I'm not gonna lie. Have that Raver. Alright, bye-bye 7th. It feels like a lot's going on this battle, how it's lagging. It's like it's having to do checks in the background. Is that legal? And say there's a reason I do things. I think that's a good call, Osprey. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad we've got food on the go, just for the fact that my stomach's rumbling. I do think it's a side effect of drinking this as well. I will be honest. I think even if it's sugar-free, it's like there's just a point when my stomach's going, alright, you've had all that bad stuff, can I have some good stuff now? Alright, come on. So Leia, we've got to do some weird C shenanigans. Got GBA, Armorer, which rules out Armorer with Slacker as well, by the by. Thrawn, and I think we used Set. Interesting choice. Alright, we can't hit Drogon or R2, so probably the wrong one. I linked. I should have gone for Han, but saying that, Chewie does assist, so it's not like a completely idiotic one. Put that on C, and we'll pass that to Armor, even though she's already gone. Oh, never mind. Oh well. I did click there, but obviously it thought I meant there. Yay. Alright, see, you know that crit avoidance and all that nice stuff you've got in that Beskar? Do you mind leaning into it, please? Right, bye-bye, Set. We hardly knew ye. Alright, we'll do that. Yeah, I can't do Drogon, but I can do R2. Let's go for Han. Oh! I should have zapped. I should have zapped. I thought I'd have enough time, but obviously not. Okay, that's a bummer. Alright, I don't really think it's worth wasting resources down here right now. Let's make sure we match up north, and then we'll deal with the south as best we can. So, GG. Yeah, not gonna lie though, that just sucks. Ugh. I think that was a situation where it makes sense, like you say, to try and do the relink, but maybe in reality it would have been better getting Han and Chewie out just for the fact that, you know, it's 1 versus 3 then, and then essentially work from there by trying to get the relink on Drogon and R2. Yeah, that didn't help as well. They were just hitting me for tons by that point. Alright, I feel like it's worth still going for Mara, but I can't say I'm 100% convinced. Oh, great. B2's kind of a spectator here. Yeah, B2 getting both doubt and shock is just horrendous. Kind of need one of them to die. That'll do. There we go. That's it, clean up. Again, I'm going to come back to it though. Right now it feels like there's bigger fish to fry. Yeah, I feel like we're out of this round, if I'm being honest. Even if I can match fleet, it feels like there's a lot to do still. I say match fleet because I'm assuming that they can come back and clear it. Alright, crew, you're doing a great job here. Stay strong, man. Oh. Malikos, has anyone ever told you that you're a git? Oh, I thought we'd get more damage on than that. Damn it. I mean, I've got 2 ult charges now if I can get to take a turn. Big bloody ask at this point. Oh. Alright, we're out. I haven't got a way through that for sure. Oh. What a way to go out, though. Alright, sorry about the mess, folks. Say tippy bartender on the way out. That was atrocious. It's funny really though, because I thought Tamin would be the harder one and Crimson would be the easier one, but shows like I know. Alright. How are we doing here? Cool. Just want to have a look at something. Just a thought popped in my head. It's alright, I was just thinking to myself, I haven't seen Liam on streams for a little bit. It feels like a little bit anyway. I was just curious if he was still knocking about. You know, obviously some players retire and some might just go without saying anything. So I just wondered if he was still playing or if he'd just been a bit quiet. It's interesting having a look at some of these though and just seeing who's still playing essentially. Or who's still playing Squad Arena, I should say. I'm pretty sure Please Help is on a list of cheaters. Like if you go on one of the cheater servers, I'm sure he's actually on there. There was another one as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mixing names up. Anyway, we are done here. That was me just... I don't know. I was just procrastinating in a different way. Alright, so with that, I am going to leave it because, as I've been saying a little bit during the stream, I've been trying to take care of my mum a bit. She hasn't been 100%. Before I started today, she had said that she was feeling... She felt like she wanted to see me a bit today, so I thought if I finish early, I won't make sure I do go up and go downstairs and see her a bit. So with that in mind, we are going to launch a raid. So let's see who's on. We got RSG, we got Riki, Nooch, Bones, Kira 8, and Stark Strategy Gamer. Now, I tried watching Riki yesterday, and I literally put his stream on, and then it was like, oh, I need to do this, and I just never got back to him. So I would like to at least raid today. So let's launch that. So quick thank you to Delisle for the raid as well, so thank you for that. And yeah, the plan is now to be back Saturday afternoon for a change, so hopefully I'll see you then, folks. Sorry about the change of times, by the way. I've said it's my mum's birthday tomorrow, so I would be literally on death's row if I stream tomorrow. Alright, I will see you Saturday, hopefully. Bye then. And, well, sorry, see you then. Bye for now.